Welcome to the annihilation of the flat earth.
No way!
The earth is not flat!
Hello, I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller.
I get asked a lot whether I believe in the flat earth or a globe earth, so I thought I'd make this video series to explain to everybody what my position is on flat earth and the globe earth. This series is going to tackle a great number of topics that revolve around the flat earth or the globe earth, and I don't know how many episodes will be the entire series. I'm just going to keep doing it until I feel it's time to finish it. But in this video we're going to look at whether flat earth itself is in the Bible. So we'll just do a word search here for the term flat earth and see what it comes up with. Nothing, zero verses found. Now recently I came across a video which is making the claim that flat earth is actually in the Bible, but you have to go to the Greek to see it. So let's check out that claim.
And I read this, and the Holy Spirit got my attention because it was like they went up on the breadth of the earth. And the question came in my head, why doesn't it say why doesn't it just say they went up on the earth? So I looked up the word breadth, and this was one amazing revelation because this is confirmation of Job 38:14. The word in the Greek, when it was originally written, is in the Strong's dictionary. It's number 4114. Greek, it is the word platos, P-L-A-T-O-S, platos. Well, immediately when I saw that, I thought, wow, that sounds like our word or a root word of our word plateau, which I know means level, flat land, elevated land, but level and flat. When I looked this up, plateaus in the Strong's Greek dictionary is defined that as width and breadth. But then it says that it's from the root word 4116, platus. And here is the exact, I'm reading it. I'm looking at the Strong's dictionary right here. It says platus, spread out flat. I was blown away when I saw this because, see, a number of years ago, you know, I'm very familiar with Bible prophecy. So I was studying the four horsemen of the apocalypse: the white horse, the red horse, the black horse, and then, of course, the King James and most English translations translate the fourth horse as the pale horse with the rider of death.
So he goes off on a tangent there and he starts talking about the pale horse is actually a green horse, and he connects that to Islam. I don't know why, but he's trying to make his point that Revelation 20 verse 9 should be translated different, and he's using the verse about the pale horse to make his point. So I've skipped it forward a bit just to get to the moment where he makes his point about Revelation 29.
Translated just like that about in Revelation 6 about the green horse. It should be translated the green horse. This one should be translated and they went up on the flat earth.
Okay, so the claim is that Revelation 29 should be translated and they went up on the flat earth. So let's just examine this. So this whole passage is talking about the defeat of Satan. Okay, so it's interesting that this guy thinks flat earth is in this section where Satan is defeated. But let's just examine the text of the verse and see if what he is saying, that it should be translated and they went up on the flat earth. Let's see if that's accurate. So, and they went up on the breadth of the earth. He's saying it should be they went up on the flat earth and compassed the camp of the saints about and the beloved city. So the camp of the saints and the beloved city is Jerusalem that it's talking about here. So if you see in verse 8, it says, and shall go out to deceive the nations, talking about Satan. And the nations are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. So the armies of Gog and Magog are the ones that are going up onto the flat earth, apparently. So if they're going up on and they went up on the flat earth. That's what he says it's translated as, it should be. Where were they before? Is my question. Where were the armies of Gog and Magog before they got onto the flat earth? Were they standing down here and they come over the ice wall? No, of course not. It doesn't even make logical sense that they would be over here somewhere and then they go up onto the flat earth. No, they're already surrounding Israel by that point and they're going to Jerusalem. So that doesn't make sense to me at all. But let's continue. So we'll switch it to KJV with Strong's numbers. This is going to give you the Greek words in amongst or next to the appropriate English word that it was translated into. So here we have verse 9. And they went up on the breadth of the earth. So he's saying it should be translated, and they went up on the flat earth. But you'll see, if you look at the text carefully, you'll see that he's made a pretty vital error here. So if I click on this, it will give me the word Platos, as you saw. Now, he's transposing the word flat into the text by going to the root of Platos, which is Platus, spread out flat plot, that is broad, wide. So that's the first error, because you can't take the root of a word and put it in there, because you can see it's only used once in the whole entire King James Bible, and that's in Matthew 7. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate. So we'll look at that. Wide, that's the word Platos. You know, they didn't translate that flat there, for flat is the gate. That's not what they've done there, and they've only used this word one time in the entire New Testament. Let's go back. So, Platos, which is 4114, this is the actual word in the verse 9 for breadth, and that's used 4 times in the New Testament, and each time it is referring to measurements. So Ephesians 3:18, you can see it in the little box here, may be able to comprehend with all saints what is the breadth, there's the word there, and length and depth and height. So it's about measurements. And then Revelation 20 verse 9, as you know, the breadth of the earth, according to our man Dean, he thinks it should be flat earth, which is totally incorrect. And then the other 2 uses of the same word is found in Revelation 21 verse 16, and it appears twice, and both times it's about measurements. It even has the word measured right next to it. And the city lieth 4square, and the length is as large as the breadth, and he measured the city with the reed 12,000 furlongs. The length and the breadth, there's the second use of it, and the height of it are equal. So it's each time it's been used in the New Testament, the word breadth, Platos, it's speaking about measurements. So in verse 9 of Revelation chapter 20, when it says the breadth of the earth, it's trying to donate to you a measurement, a large wide open space. You can't use the root of the word. You can't use this because it's only used once in the entire Bible. And that one time was for wide as the gate. So it would not make sense to say for flat is the gate. Just doesn't make sense. But the second error, which is a bigger one in my opinion, is that he's completely missing out this word, of the, and that's the Greek 3588. You know, this is the, this, that, one, he, she, it, etc. So in order to make his flat earth translation work, not only does he have to use a root of a word that's not there in the text, he also has to drop words of the hoheto in the Greek. That's completely missing from his translation in order to fit his idea about the earth being flat. Now, I'm pretty sure it says at the end of the book of Revelation, it says in chapter 22 verse 19, "And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy," talking about the book of Revelation, "God shall take away his part out of the book of life." So I don't think it's a very good idea to start dropping words in order to say that the Bible has the words flat earth in it, because it absolutely does not.
Let's wake them up then, shall we?